The boat tab says 12. This is not a boat tab. Another taxi scam here. Oh, look at basic salary is pretty low. Wow. Celebrity here. They don't put it in there. Lowest capital in the world. What happened?
난 비자 발급 중단되었다는데?
Huh? How about the money we pay? Jean just received an email from the visa center stating that her visa application was suspended due to the low quality of her passport photo. We actually had reduced the pixel count of her passport picture to comply with the system's file size requirements. So we felt this was unfair. All travelers need to apply for a visa when visiting this country, so be careful with your photo in the visa application process. We just wasted $26 and have to pay additional $30 for an arrival visa at airport. Hey guys, we are in Baku, Azerbaijan.
와, 초공항이랑 굉장히 크다.
Wow, looks fancy. Oh.
한국을 떠나고 본 가장 예쁜 공항이네요.
We already smell oil money here. From the airport to our hotel, 12 manat, $7. The distance to the hotel from here is 26 kilo. For 26 kilo, $7 is pretty good price. Our journey seemed to start smoothly until... Boat tab says 12.
Русский знаешь?
Huh?
Русский.
What?
Русский.
No, I don't understand you. The boat tab says 12.
Все.
Huh? This is not a boat tab. This is a boat tab. I called you on boat tab. I gave you cash 12.36. I prepared only 12 because on the boat it said 12. You just witnessed the situation in the cab. So I used a boat tab. It said on the final payment cash is 12 manat. It's $7. According to our prior research, it's about the right price from the airport to the city center. But the cab driver kept asking me almost like a double the price. 24? That could happen anywhere. Don't be taken advantage of. Insist, show the proof. So here is a summary of how to avoid taxi scams. Number 1, research the typical taxi fare from the airport to your hotel beforehand. Ensure the final bill is within the range. Number 2, stay online using your USIM or eSIM. While you can use the airport's free Wi-Fi, you won't be able to check necessary information once you leave the premises without an internet connection. Number 3, use a ride-hailing app. Avoid negotiating with taxi drivers who approach you at the airport. Number 4, the best payment method is through automatic deductions from your card registered on the ride-hailing app. If you must pay with cash, prepare small bills as taxi drivers often don't provide changes. Number 5, lastly, stand your ground if the driver tries to scam you and provide proof if necessary. We kicked off our Baku trip with a day tour and here's how it went. Check this out. Doesn't it look like a scene from Fast and Furious? Or it looks like Mad Max too. After a car race filled with the kicking up dust, we arrived at... What am I climbing here? It's a mud volcano. There are about 700 mud volcanoes in the world, and this country has 350 of them. We visited another spot here. Wow, it's a fire temple. Isn't it fascinating that it's a fire temple? Speaking of fire, we have arrived at another iconic spot.
우와, 뜨겁다. 이까지만 가도 뜨겁다.
Wow, this is real natural fire. The fire has been on for more than 10,000 years. Natural gas is coming out from the pit, so this fire is natural and it burns regardless of the weather condition. Oh, Jin's so scared. This fire was so hot, I felt like I was in sauna. We're moving to our final spot of the day. This is Gobustan, known for thousands of rock engravings spread over 100 square kilometers depicting hunting scenes, animals, and people. Its oldest graving dates as old as 38,000 years BC. Wow. No wonder why this site is included in UNESCO's World Heritage List.
Here we can see the horse, and over there we can see the book. From their hunting episodes.
Indiana Jones. The sight of various engravings in secret spaces surrounded by rocks was truly mystical. To wrap up our day tour, we stopped by a famous local restaurant, so spacious with a local vibe. This restaurant reminded us of the one we visited in Samarkand, Uzbekistan, equally impressive. This is a chicken soup. Very tasty. Chicken broth is very deep. Chicken kebab. A little overcooked, so a bit dry. Good enough. Chicken, cheese, mushroom. This is good. Not too salty, not too greasy, well cooked. Here's how they use sugar. When drinking a tea, they don't put it in there. Instead, put it in your mouth and drink the coffee or tea and melt the sugar in your mouth. This is very unique Azerbaijan way. Isn't it interesting? So the sugar isn't as sweet as a regular cube sugar. The next day, we spent time exploring the city of Baku. What caught our attention was the array of fancy buildings throughout the city. This is the carpet museum. They roll up the carpet and you can also see the fire towers in the back. That's so fancy and creative. We enjoy this beautiful scene. What is this cone-shaped building? It's the Haydar Aliyev Culture Center, designed by the renowned architect Zaha Hadid. It looks incredibly futuristic. We also took some great photos with the flame towers in the background. Doesn't this entrance look fancy as well? This very luxurious underground pathway. We are heading to Funicular Station to go up to the Highland Park where we can see panoramic view of the city. Okay. With the funicular ride, we could easily reach the viewpoint. Once you arrive, wow, you get to see the flame towers right in front. Ooh. Mosque on your right side and the fire towers on your left side, which makes it very interesting and unique. This wasn't all.
오,
And
Oh.
as you walk up the stairs,
와우.
this is what you get.
와.
From the viewpoint, you can see this. Wow. Wow. All these fancy buildings. Overlooking the city of Baku, we enjoyed our time there, taking photos, breathing in the fresh air. What a view behind! We're overlooking the city of Baku. Wow, looks pretty fancy. Did you miss the gondola ride in Venice, Italy? Here's a good alternative or copycat. People are lined up. It looks like Venice, but even fancier. Even the gondola drivers, their costume are exactly the same as Venice. Not only that, what do these spots remind you of? It looks similar to London Eye, right? And to the left, there's a shopping mall that looks like Sydney's Opera House. Oh, they have Louvre Museum here too. The interesting observations don't stop there. Cops are everywhere, literally everywhere. One thing we also notice in this city is that it resembles a European city. This is Baku, the main square. Despite its cultural and religious ties to Middle Eastern countries, the architecture made us feel like it was part of Europe. We also enjoyed soaking in the romantic vibe this city offers. Wow, Jin has become a celebrity here. Jin is so popular here. Wow. It gives off the European vibe here.
좀 유적지인가 봐요.
How do you like it?
Very unique.
Very European style.
More clean European style.
But at the same time, the old town had a traditional Azerbaijani charm. We were greeted by this soccer fan. It's quite fun to walk around artistic back alleys. What's up, guys? And a group of curious boys. We came to a local restaurant and she's greeting us. Oh. Oh, okay. How they make local bread here. A local resident kindly recommended what to have at this restaurant. Please.
Yeah, delicious.
She's so lively, isn't she? Wow, tasty. Thank you. On top of that, she offered us her food, one dish after another. Thank you. Wow. So generous of her. Thank you, thank you. Oh, this is chicken. Oh, thank you. Chicken. This is Azerbaijan style pilaf. Wow. Visual performance. Wow. This one is the Nomad's yogurt. Maybe different from the typical yogurt. This was the main dish. Veal with assortments of vegetables. This one was pilaf. Bread filled with rice inside. It's marinated chicken. And I taste pomone. Pleasantly sour. The food was all tasty. This is for you. Our little gift.
Thank you so much.
Our little gift. No, enjoy.
Okay,
No,
sugar, the other place have
Okay.
restaurant.
Homemade sugar at this restaurant. Local tea time.
Yes.
So this is a local way. Oh, eat. Wow, very sweet.
Strawberries. Make like that.
잘 어울리네요.
After the meal and tea, I talked with her about topics like employment and living costs here. That's right. There is a gap between the wage and the living cost. Living cost is pretty expensive here, and yet basic salary is pretty low. That happens in a lot of countries actually. So that's why many people move to a more developed country to get paid more.
If you want, you must go. Yes.
That's what you do. Yes.
Then
Wow, they use vacuum cleaner for this. Back on the street. 3 flame towers in the back. So picturesque with flame towers and old town buildings. We came across another interesting scene here. Women wearing the burqa alongside another woman who appears free. Azerbaijan is a Muslim majority country, yet it's quite secular. Did you know that the World Chess Championship was held here in Baku? People here take this game very seriously. Even the kids. Their passion carries on late into the night. The kid is so serious. Watching a match between a kid and an adult is quite fascinating. Look how many people who showed up here to watch the game. Wow. This city of Baku is the lowest capital in the world. It's 28 meters below the sea level. Caspian Sea. I smell oil in the sea. Do you see the oil floating on the sea? Maybe because in this Caspian Sea, the oil is extracted. We spent our last night in Baku, enjoying the seaside park and exploring the city. Real monkey. Those flame towers look even more glamorous at night.
음악 많이 배웠어요. 소회를 한번 얘기해볼까요? 생각보다 볼 게 많았다. 되게 재미있는 도시였다. 굉장히 계획도시 같은 느낌이 많이 나고 처음에 택시기사를 만났잖아. 경험이 되게 안 좋았기 때문에 선입견 있었지만 막상 다니고 보니까 사람들이 굉장히 친절하다 이건 아니지만 흥이 많은 것 같고 좀 오묘한 매력이 있는 것 같아요. 팔레스 느낌의 인테리어인데 앞에는 완전 두바이나 싱가포르 같이 팬시한 현대 고층 빌딩들이 막 쫙 있고 괜찮네 나.
Started our journey in Baku with a couple of bad incidents. Taxi driver trying to rip us off. That experience was awful. Jim was very cautious coming into the city, but the past 5 days we've been here, it has been pretty pleasant, full of surprises. Mud volcanoes, fire temple, never ceasing fire, and interesting intersection of Western, Middle Eastern, all different cultures are mixed. This country is not known to the world yet because the country opened up to foreigners since 2016. We don't see that many foreigners. So overall, we enjoy romance. That's romance. Yeah. We're now heading to the airport by taxi. Unfortunately, we encountered yet another taxi scam. It's no surprise this country has a reputation for it. Watch out for taxi drivers in Azerbaijan. Not only do they try to rip you off, they drop you off at the wrong place and claim that it's the right place. Another taxi scam here on our way to the airport. On the Bolt app, the fare says 6.16. That's the price shown when we called a taxi initially, but we ended up paying 9.3. There was no toll fee or anything. But one thing that stood out to us is that driver stopped at the gas station for maybe 5 minutes, but somehow additional have been charged. Not only did the price increase from the initial one, driver dropped us off at Terminal 1, although we indicated Terminal 2 when we called the Bolt taxi. But the driver on the way to the airport stopped the app. He just finished the app. This is a light version of scam. From our initial journey from the airport to the city center, there was a taxi scam, and towards the end of our trip, another taxi scam. We also looked up on the web, and there are many similar cases, so watch out for the taxi scam.
근데 이제 시내에서 타고 다니는 볼트는 다 괜찮았어. 공항에서 시내 갈 때, 그다음에 시내에서 공항 올 때 둘 다 경험이 안 좋았기 때문에 아마도 외국인 여행객들 특히 조심해야 될 것 같아.
Spending time with little kids is always such a joy. Now it's time to head to our next destination. What surprises await us there? Stay tuned for another exciting episode.